So now I'm going to put this one on. I've tested this one, the old original one, the Bosch one, and it's not working properly. It's actually leaking air through one side. I had the engine running and I had the venting side open, atmospheric, and I put my thumb here like so, and I could feel the suction of air, which means this one is leaking now. No good. Time for a new one. Pause this thing. Bit of a tight squeeze, but eventually I'll get it. I have to be very careful not to break these wires that are just so close here. There's this old car. Make sure these clamps are tight. The new blow valve is a Turbo Smart aftermarket Turbo Smart blow valve. It's yeah, it's about 120 Australian dollars, I think, for that one. This big one here, I had this one on as well a couple of weeks ago actually as well. This one also works, but it only works at a high boost level. It's too big, I think, for this small engine. Perhaps when I when I boost it up a little bit higher in the future, then I'll replace it with this one. But the reason I'm replacing it with that one, it's because I want this style where the pressure comes in and it vents out back into the inlet manifold, so it's not venting to the atmosphere. This is an atmospheric one. This is a recirculation valve. Atmospheric blow-off valve, recirculation, because it circulates back into the intake system. With this one, when I'm running it, I'm experiencing a rough idle. I believe that it's because this engine management system is too smart. It's been programmed in such a way that it doesn't let you, it doesn't like venting that atmospheric air. It doesn't like venting the air atmospherically. It wants it back into the inlet manifold. So it does know, the ECU does take account for the missing air that's not passing through the intake, that's not going back into the intake. And the oxygen sensors as well, they're probably calculating, and they're also realizing that something's missing. So my only option at the moment, you know, I'm not an expert in this, but I believe by putting this back on, this this recirculation valve onto this system, it might help with the idle. So we'll wait and see. I'm gonna give this a try. If it works, I'll let you know. If it doesn't work, I'll let you know as well. So right now I'm just gonna give that a good tighten, make sure it's tight. Bit of noise coming from the passing vehicles. This is the suction side where it actually, the vacuum, this is where the vacuum or the diaphragm using vacuum gets you know, pulls the plunger in here and opens up the you know, blow valve. And make sure this side is tight, otherwise you will not have any you won't have operation. Now with this particular vehicle or this engine, there's a bit of a trick or something that's confusing everything. Like, what's confusing me anyway. I don't know if it's going to confuse you guys, but for me, it's adding an extra complexity to the system, and that is, and I'll show you in a second after I tighten this one, and that is this little thing here. See this one, you can see the pipe goes to the blow-off valve right here. I am not sure what this is now. I'm a bit confused with this one. I have to look that up in the repair manual, if I can find one somewhere on the internet. If you know what this is, please write to me in the comments below. Tell me what this little thing is, this component here. It's got a lot of pipes going around down this side, goes back that way and down to the manifold intake system by a little hose there. It goes and connects back into here. So having all that in this system, it's like a cobweb. It's adding an extra complexity to the situation, because sometimes my block valve is not working and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because this is faulty, or, and I know it is faulty. I've been suspecting that for a long time, but I haven't done anything to fix it. But now the problem is, if this doesn't work properly, the next situation would be this thing. I believe this is what controls the blow valve. I'm gonna call it the blow valve controller, or blow valve control solenoid. At a certain temperature, when the engine is warmed up to a certain temperature or degrees, that I think starts to open more and more as it's warming up. When it's cold, I think this doesn't allow vacuum to be pulled through this side. It recirculated. Yeah, it's really complicated. I'm gonna stop trying to describe that thing, but if you know what it is, please tell me. You might have a better explanation. I'm gonna look that up in the book and try and figure this thing out. If you can help me out, help me out. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and figure it out myself. Okay, that hose is not tight enough. The clamp is not tight enough. I hope it works, because I'm starting to run out of ideas. Alright, let's pack this stuff up. This is the boot where everything goes, all the mess, all the work stuff. I got stuff everywhere. Oh, damn it, I forgot this one. I'll just throw it back there. Well, it's all tight. Let's see what happens. I got good vacuum here on the gauge. I got about 20 on the gauge here, 20 psi of vacuum. Okay. Overboost then. It's not running right.